Hello and welcome to this week's edition of No Access Required. So, AI. We've all seen the various grumblings around AI ever since it first reared its ugly head, and how gamers don't want AI in their games. AI stands for ruining the human creative process, for shortcuts, very shiny, good-looking shortcuts, but shortcuts nonetheless. There's something rather distasteful about the way AI is bigger, better, faster, stronger than we are, with next to no effort. AI, in a very real sense, seeks to replace what we, as humans, have as our greatest currency: our thought, our creativity. Those things are our treasures. Not to mention, of course, love, and the darker sides of our emotional lexicon. But that's not what we're concerning ourselves with today. AI is a pox on humanity, or at least humanity's creativity. It's not entirely useless, of course. It can do some very useful things. Just like the calculator where this all started back in the 70s. You typed a few keys on the keypad, hit enter, and hey presto, there was the answer. It was a really welcome shortcut. And for people like me who weren't, well, let's just say I wasn't particularly good at math, they were a bit of a godsend. However, they came just a little bit too late for me to be using them during my maths exams. Yep, I had to use what was, even then, a fuzzy mess of grey matter between my ears. So, as I've said, AI in some weird fashion started with the very humble calculator back in the 70s, and it seems it's taken decades to reach where we are now. But it's ended up with people like Satya Nadella, and I made a video about this on a previous video, talking with the greatest depth of inhumanity about the pros of having AI assistance. Additionally, AI is causing further problems. Data centers are becoming a new battleground. Local communities are having to fight against them because they bring all kinds of problems with them. There are accusations that wherever a data center sits, the electricity prices for the local communities go through the roof. And recently, in a rather damning illustration of the quality of the water, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez held up a jar of filthy water, saying that the data center it came from had illegally siphoned off billions of gallons of water. Was that millions? Does it matter? And when it pumped that water back out of the data center into the river that it had come from, it looked like brown wastewater. And more recently, across the US, there were a few graduation ceremonies where AI executives were invited to speak, in order, one can only assume, to big up AI, to get some of these fresh graduates into the industry. And what were they met with? Booing. There's footage on the internet of these AI executives getting roundly booed whilst they're trying to complete their speeches. It's refreshing. Too often we hear stories now of the youth of today being utterly unable to navigate the world in which we live, and yet here we see these fine young upstanding graduates ready for the next journey of their lives, doing what's required to save their creativity, to save their humanity. But here's the thing. We here in the West can protest all we want. We have that luxury. And the AI revolution may have been born here, but it won't end here. AI will be kept alive by third world countries: India, Pakistan, Guatemala, Lam Rumney, where I grew up. If you know, you know. The people in these countries that are much worse off than we are here in the West don't have the luxury of protest. They're ready to fight for their future, for the money that they see being flashed around so ubiquitously on screens everywhere they look. They want some of that cheese, and they'll do whatever they have to do to get some. And AI offers them an opportunity which is almost too good to be true. And the next few decades on this planet will see the rise of people who don't look Western in origin becoming the next AI feudal lords. And if I haven't depressed you enough, I just want to end on this note. AI hacking is a thing. And we can only hope, as we move forward, that not only does our humanity and our creativity remain intact, but AI is used as a tool going forward, as it's meant to be used to advance us and not to replace us. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Do like, subscribe, and share. It really would help the channel. And until next time, bye-bye.